So great work today. The guys had a bunch of anxiety and energy and however you call it to begin. It's first time in the stadium for a little bit, but playing through that and making plays in the air and defensively on the edges. It was way cool to see. I thought that productive scrimmage, and I think a healthy one. My hope is that it comes out being a healthy one. And so, take any questions you guys have.
With a week left before spring game, what are you kind of looking to get out of this last week?
I think the consistency. If a guy has done something one time, we want to see him be able to do it another time. If a guy can do something in a walkthrough and can do it in a unit teach and then do it in a practice, can he do it when he crosses the bridge and get to McLean and do it in a pressure situation? I think the mantra of do simple better really just shows up, and it's not about replacing things that maybe are broken. It's just fixing them. And so I think with that mindset and keeping it real basic and getting the confidence and the knowledge of if I'm a player and it's out there, hey, I'm struggling with something. Coach says this is what it is. I understand it. He says I have to do this, and then the next year he goes out and he fixes it and he does it. That would be good in this last week.
Coach, you mentioned simple. Coach Powell seems like that's kind of his deal, and I'm guessing he's taking it from you too. But to make things a little more simple on defense.
Yeah, I think simple is really sophisticated. Really, I think there's a whole lot that goes into it. I think when things get simple, you've kind of gone down the rabbit hole already and worked through all of the entanglements and all of the paradoxes and all of the swampy mess that can really weigh you down. And so you have to kind of do that. And then if you come back out, now you can be simple. I think if you don't do that, I would use the word simplistic for that, which is kind of a blackboard thing. Either O or D, and that just ain't going to get it done. And so to be simple and to everyone be on, so if I'm a defender, right, I get the call early, I know my alignment. If it's this back, I can cheat it. If it's this other back, I don't cheat it. I can get the call and the shrink call enough in time where I see the tight end. Is he closer to the line? Ball is probably going that way. Is he off the ball with the back offset? It's probably coming this way, right? Which receiver's in the game? Right? Is it the guy that normally blocks? Is it the guy that takes the post routes and tries to take the top off? All of that is what you would like for a defender in playing. And then offensively it would be what's the down and distance? Off of this formation that I know I'm in, right? The primary defense is this, right? We've been hurting them this way, so their adjustment's going to be this. Here it comes, right? Hey, it's an out call. Right, all of those things, I think, it's not about what the coaches know. We want to see what the players know. And to do that, the coaches have to get out of the way.
What are you seeing from those quarterbacks in that battle? And would you like to name a starter by the end of the spring, or does that matter if that goes into the fall? Or?
I think you'd like to. I think the competition, I know that Sawyer has pushed Blake, and I think Blake's continued to improve and excel. I was some really good throws today to Keytron again, and so it's cool that is starting to become a real strong connection, and looking forward to see more of that. But I think what's good about Blake is kind of starting off slow. The whole offense, I think, kind of starting off slow, and then kind of doing what we're talking about. Hey, it's broke. What is it that's broke? Let's fix it. Get back on the field. I think the more we can do that, that is really the thing that we're doing when we're out here doing this other stuff, is we're really is pushing past. In the past, it might be looking for mom and dad saying, hey, it's broken. It's broken. It's not supposed to be broken. Can you fix it? And to get the maturity comes into play when they're the ones that are fixing it.
You mentioned Keytron. What has he brought, and is he maybe everything you saw when y'all brought him in?
He's been impressive. Yeah, I think his, not only his energy and attention, in meetings, but his effort on special teams, his effort in blocking, and then he's got a knack for big plays. And so, we've had 2 scrimmages so far, and the name that comes to mind of all of them, of the whole team, off those 2 scrimmages is his, and so that's cool to see.
Dave, how juiced are you just to be on this field and next week to see a game be played here?
It's cool. I mean, I love this team. What they're attempting to do in the classroom, what they're attempting to do with just off the field, and the growth that all that encapsulates. I'm proud of their effort, and you want to see them do well, and you want to see them. It's a race to maturity with so many of these dudes, and so you want to see them face adversity and meet it the right way. So I'm excited for that. I think the coaches, I think to this point, have done a good job of keeping them at bay, and so it can be a player's game. And I think the spring game is generally a good week for all of that, just because people can usually get their hands on it somehow. And to keep it as basic as it can be and make it be about the player execution is really a goal.
Got a hard-hitting question for you.
Yeah.
We were speculating about this over here. You don't ever wear a hat out here.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like the California in you? I mean, what's that about? Because, I mean...
You don't have any hair up there, in case you didn't know.
Yeah. Does the head get sunburned? I mean, it's sunny out here.
Yeah. I struggle with an answer for that one. Yeah, I've never been a hat person. I know that in the bowl game we're at, they presented us with hats, and I think our DFO at the time was down, kind of checking out the bowl game, and got like a hat size, or was trying to get my hat size, and I was not near my phone, so he didn't get it, and so he put his hat size, which my head's so large and everything, so I just knew that there's a really good chance that in front of all these people, and they present me this hat, if I put it on, it's going to sit like a little top hat on top, and that would just be an unbelievably bad picture that would go on forever. And so, yeah, that kind of sums up my view of hats.
Gotcha.
Yeah.